I bought it for around $240,000 in 1998. It was in pretty bad shape, and I refinanced, to put money into the property, and then also to invest in some other small rental properties. Just kept getting the runaround. I kept getting lied to. I was told I had to be 3 months behind my mortgage before they would even consider letting me have a modification. I later found out that was not true. They kept losing paperwork. They kept telling me different things. They kept sending me, conflicting statements in papers. They sent me, over the years, multiple different statements of the amounts that they say was owed. And it varied, in the hundreds of thousands, both up and down like a yo-yo. And none of it made any sense, but they refused point blank to explain it or to give a certified accounting. I found hundreds of other people in the same position and started talking to people who were dealing with the same bank, and they were all going through very, very similar issues with them, being lied to, being given the runaround, being denied modifications, because as we later found out, it was all a sham. They wanted to foreclose because they would earn more money doing that. One of the things I think Mr. Trump should realize is that Mr. Mnuchin and his band of thieves at Dune Capital Management, who capitalized on a failed bank through all the Goldman Sachs people, is that they've tried to paint us all as deadbeats, as people who didn't want to pay. And that is so far from the truth. Disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. I can't even tell you how horrible that feels to know that someone who was in charge of a bank that did everything they could to foreclose on working and middle-class people. Over 36,000 people were foreclosed on by his bank in California. And some of the stories are so much worse than mine. And they don't care. He doesn't care. He's going to be just like all the other politicians. They all promise you the world on the end of a stick, and they take it away when they get in. He's reneging on his campaign promises. He said he was going to clean the swamp, drain the swamp. Mr. Trump, you are now feeding the swamp by adding Mnuchin as Secretary of the Treasury. You made campaign promises. Prove that you can uphold them.